So I want to talk very quickly about next year's DRS and the MOM mode, manual override mode, which is essentially push to pass. Now, I made a video a bit about this before and didn't go into super detail, but essentially DRS is going to be sort of always on or off next year. You're going to be in one of two modes, X or Z or Z mode. Okay, so the way I remember it as to which one's which is the Z looks kind of like a chicane. So that's the high downforce mode. And then the X is just the fast mode. So that's when you're on the straight and the wings flatten out and you have less downforce, enabling you to go forward faster. So the movable wings are not about overtaking. They're all about essentially fuel efficiency and, getting the car to operate the best with a huge amount of electrical power. And so it's working best in low downforce and it's working best in high downforce. Therefore, it's not wasting energy when it doesn't need it. Okay, so let's put DRS aside for a moment. Let's talk about MOM, which is essentially the replacement for the current DRS, which is a technology that allows the car behind to overtake. This is going to give you extra juice in the engine. It literally tunes up the engine with electrical power and allows you to drive a little bit faster, hopefully allowing you to overtake. Now, how this is deployed was a little vague to me. But I'm going to read you something. This is from the FIA's single-seater technical director, Jan Monchot. And they said, right now with the DRS, you're behind a car within a second. That ticks a box and you're allowed to open your DRS in a straight line. This will not be the case anymore. However, and I'm adding in here with MOM, however, the logic will be the same. I'm close enough to another car. I'm given an extra amount of energy for that one lap, which I can deploy whenever I want, or any way I want, is what they said. So it's a bit like the old KERS, but you have to be within a second or whatever the distance is between you and the car in front, then you're allowed to use it. But unlike current DRS, you can deploy it how you want on that lap. Now, I have a couple of questions. If that allows you to keep up to the car in front, is that then essentially continuous? Can you do that for a couple of laps? And then, does that then drain? Of course, you have to recharge at some point. So you might be able to get maybe a couple of laps out of it, or maybe it only gives you one lap and then you have to recharge the following lap. Or maybe it's just simply down to how much juice you have in your battery, which allows you to do it. So it's going to be really interesting strategically. And just real quick, my podcast Information Game Show is now live, so you can listen to the first episode. It's a game show about Formula One. It's a lot of fun. Please just download it, listen to it.